Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm Andrea Andrade from Open Expo Europe, and today we have a roundtable about blockchain and new energy models with Alastria blockchain. Here we are with Monste Guardia Güell, General Manager at Alastria blockchain. Hi Monse, how are you?
Hi, Andrea, and hello everyone in Open Expo. Very pleased to be again with you and to have this 1 hour, no, that we will comment on several topics. So thank you very much for letting us to have this platform and to talk to all this Open Expo community.
Hi Monse, yes, it's a pleasure to have you with us. And for the public, Monse will be the moderator today, and she is going to present the rest of the professionals of the event. So Monse, all the stage is yours. See you at the end of the conference.
Thank you very much, Andrea. And here we are. We are going, as we said, no, in the title of the conference, we are going to talk about, of course, in Alastria, we talk about blockchain. No, this is for us. And let me just introduce a little bit Alastria. So Alastria is an NGO, is an organization where we are an association, and it's right now we are more than 500 members. And our mission and vision is that the future that is very close can be built from the present and can be built through and thanks to a new technology or a new way to structure the information technologies to telecommunicate, to communicate within internet in a safe way and also in a more concrete way. So just having a good understanding of the purpose of this telecommunications, sending this package in a blockchain. And these blockchain technologies or decentralized networks is being built thanks to the participation of several players within the network. And this is why in Alastria we have been inviting companies, inviting public administration and governments, and inviting academia, universities and schools to be present in Alastria and to work with us to build networks, to build identity, digital identity, and also to share for sure use cases. The network are from all together, and this is what is about. So today we are going to see and to focus on one topic, one segment. This is energy, the power, and this is the motor. We are need all together for all the different business. At the end, there is someone who is providing this energy. How we use this energy within the 21st century is critical. In Alastria, we support the enrichment in the 2030 of the Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations, and we are clear not that is perfectly valid to just use the innovation generated by technology push of blockchain and decentralized networks to rethink and to rebuild and to restructure the way how we are just producing, distributing, transporting, and also consuming energy. So how, and I have the pleasure to have three different good understanding of using this technology, decentralized technology, for at the end one purpose, as that we are in a world that is more sustainable in energy management. So the first one, I'm going to they are going to have like 10 minutes to present their solutions and to scope the problem. And the three persons that are accompanying me today, they are professionals from different backgrounds, and you will see with me that they are really, really clear pioneers. They are entrepreneurs, and they have a mindset where it's clear that they are building this future that we together want to share. So the first one, these three companies are Akaven, Bettergy, and Prosume. And the first one that I'm going to talk and I'm going to call to the stage with me is Anna Urbano from Akaven. And thank you, Anna, to join us. We are going to present and you are going to introduce yourself, let us to know a little bit more about you. And also we will have almost 10 minutes presenting Akaven, your solutions. And after that, I will call Yesnier Bravo from Bettergy, and after that, Alessia Borge from Prosume. But we start with you, and please let us know, Anna, who are you? What is your background? You are a legal. You are coming from, no, you are a lawyer. You are coming from legal. background.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm Ana Burbano. I'm the head of legal of the Akaven. So, yes, I have a legal background, but also I'm involved in blockchain because I'm a very entrepreneurial person. So, I have been studying blockchain from 2017, and I got a master's degree in Ethereum blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Actually, that was the place where we set up this idea, this project about energy. So I'm very excited to be here with you guys, but I'm not a techie. I'm not a techie. I'm not someone who is so really familiar with this energy sector. But we come up with a team with a lot of knowledge about business and in other industries, and we try to create a new idea to improve the people's lives with energy.
Thank you very much, Anna, because today we talk about that, about pioneering, about thinking different out of the box. And thank you. I will let you to be alone in this stage and to talk us a little bit more about your solution. Thank you very much, Anna.
Thank you, Monste, for the invitation from Alastria. Thank you. So I'm gonna share my presentation. Okay, you may don't see me a little bit.
In the meantime, while Anna is just preparing herself for the presentation, I will highlight what she said. No, for be a professional of blockchain, it's not about if you are coming from the segment or the sectoral, or you're coming from the tech. Any one of us can think a little bit further. So this is what we invite today: pioneers and entrepreneurs spirit. So this is why I'm asking to the audience to do that, no? To just look at it not as someone who has a lot of background on the energy sectoral or a lot of background on technology, but think about something that is new, and we can listen new views, because that will help us to generate new models. So now I see that Anna is prepared. So let me check just. And as she is saying, no, this word you are it's here is prosumer. That this is the meaning, no, that we are producers and consumers. So we will hear more about this label, no, of being a prosumer, no. I will produce something and I will consume something, and that is something we know by, and we will say by the true, and hello everyone who is hello this message. So I will say for sure that being a producer and being a consumer at the same time is a new wave that we are seeing in marketing from the last years. But this is a 21st century mindset, no? And this is why we love about blockchain, is that we are building a new way of creating digital transactions within this need to have some author, someone who is centralizing and protecting this data. We change that. The protection, it comes from the block and from the blockchain. And this is something this is why we are changing the basis, the architecture, the digital architecture, that allows us to rethink a little bit the business and how we do it. So this is the option of today. I think Anna is having some issues. So let me just verify that. And I think I'm not sure, because I see something is moving around. So she's prepared.
I think I was mute. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was mute.
Okay, so I will let you alone on this time. Okay, so all yours.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yes. Yeah. Yes. With this introduction from Monste, I thank you her. Just let me explain. Our project is Prosume communities. we have this project, and I want to start to explaining what we are explaining with this presentation. To begin with, we will address the difficulties of estimating for a market-related issues pertaining to management and distribution of energy, both in Spain and in certain locations for large cities where the energy supply is deficient. Then we will continue with a more depth analysis of the solution that we have designed, that is our proposal and technological architecture. And to wrap up the presentation, allow me to introduce you to the status of the project and our team. The energy in Spain is currently very expensive due to the fact that we are dependent on abroad sources, which in turn causes the price of the electrical energy to skyrocket in times of great demand, and also due to the fact that it is susceptible to a market speculation. Not to mention that it's clearly inefficient, and since it is difficult for customers to store energy, and if they want to do it, if they have this opportunity, more the people they don't have even this opportunity to store energy, so it's so hard for them. Finally, with the traditional energy system, it's a polluting one, which make it environmentally unsustainable. So in order to develop a project, we have chosen a real case to set up an example, that is the town of Aras de los Olmos. This community of about 300 inhabitants, tired of constant supply interruptions, it stated that it will be disconnected itself from the national grid and will alternatively seek another means of supply, entirely provided by renewable energy sources. Hence, we decide to provide them with a blockchain-based solution to carry out their purpose. The objective of our project is to empower generation-dependent communities in independent ones, so they do not suffer the hardships of sudden power cuts. Thus, they will be able to use environmentally sustainable solutions and have self-supply energy, as well as improve cost savings, and even make the storage of energy a possible source of income. Therefore, we enable communities to be self-sufficient communities that, thanks to blockchain technology, allows people and businesses to be self-sufficient energy-wise, ensuring energy availability and hence allowing traceability of energy production and transmission of accumulated energy. We have a cooperative model for the generation and distribution of energy. The community land is used for install solar panels where the energy is generated and also designated for the community uses. We have an incentive system to buy and install panels for homes and businesses. Gradually, we will be a solution with that will allow to the communities to have no dependence in traditional electrical system. So with our solution, we provide at least 3 benefits. First one, we have created a token with credits, but it's not for speculation. The value of the credit is established by each community, so there is no trading on them. Also, the excess of energy generated in the community can be converted in tokens, which later will be spent on community services. All tokens always will have the same price, as I said. The second benefit is that the community are aimed at the acquisition of more solar panels in order to promote self-sufficient of all the members of the community. And the third one's benefit is that credits tokens can be exchanged for services within the community, with it turns and benefits for local economy. Regarding other solutions versus our proposals, such as energy cooperatives or other solutions with blockchain technology, let me just highlight that we stand out because we fully offer and add value in the following 5 factors: supply, compliance with the regulations, support for the circular economy, and facilitation of solar panels and infrastructure for self-sufficient energy. In our solution, the customer journey, let me explain you the customer journey of the members of the community, so you can understand better how it works. First, they will become part of the community by an initial contribution. Then they will carry out all the adaptation of their infrastructure in their domicile and will have to register in the system. After that, they will be the generation of energy and its consumption, as well as the accumulation of energy, to create a surplus that can be exchanged for a token, a credit, which we name credit. In terms of architecture, we have these members of the community that are the prosumers, as we explained before. So they are consumers at the same time. They are the users of this energy. So we have the system to help them to use the energy as same as to storage it. So to sum up, basically with our solution, we are able to promote self-supply of energy, an environmentally sustainable solution, and to help to the prosumers in this case to generate savings and even benefits from the community. So to finish, just let me show you who we are. We met each other at the master's degree in Ethereum blockchain and cryptocurrencies at Universidad de Alcalá in Spain, and we are different profiles of business, technological background, and other advisors and people around blockchain who has been advising us about our project, and we are very happy with this initiative, due to we try to help people in the end to be self-sufficient and to have a self-supply of energy. So thank you very much for the time and for your attendance.
Thank you very much, Anna. Thank you for your presentation, and that's really clear. I will ask you please to wait for us, and we will have a debate later on. But I note, and that's this concept of self-consume, and this is, we will see something around that with the next two panelists. So we will talk about all that later on. So thank you for you to join us in this moment, and I will ask Yesnier Bravo to just come to the stage, and for you, Anna, to wait for us later on. So Yesnier, good afternoon. very pleased that you are here. Bettergy, no, you have been well known lately, no, for recent news, and you are doing also this big change, no, about thinking in a different way on energy, thanks to these new technologies that are disruptive. So innovating with innovative technology, no, that's something quite interesting. Please tell us something about you, and also in your case, you are not a lawyer, so if I'm not mistaken. So let me know a little bit about you.
Yeah, you are right. Thank you, Monse. My background is more from computer science. I am a bachelor in computer science, and I hold a PhD in software engineering and artificial intelligence. And currently, I'm doing also an MBA to accomplish better my functions and my company goals. I have more than 13 years experience developing IT solutions on different sectors and problem and domains. And here in Bettergy, I have been for more than 3 years old now, and I help technically leading and managing projects and teams committed to develop new energy services and products for our customers. Mainly now developing research projects, applying new and advanced technologies such as blockchain and other artificial intelligence approaches. Very, very motivated with the technology and with this roundtable to be present with you here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will let you now to introduce, to present us your solution. And I will highlight that, no, we are in the 2021st. We are already talking about convergence of artificial intelligence development and blockchain, decentralized networks. So that's great. And let's take advantage of that, no, of this information technology disruptive. So I let you on the stage. And just for you to present Bettergy, your solution. Thank you.
Perfect. Just confirm that the presentation is okay, and you are looking at the presentation. If it's okay, then
Yes, it's okay. Perfect.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you again for inviting us to this event. And as it is about new energy models in the energy sectors, we want to present a summary of one of our most recent developments we have been working on lately. And it is committed to provide a more secure, trustworthy, and affordable photovoltaic investment. First of all, talk about Bettergy very briefly. We are a clean tech startup based in the Andalusian Tech Park at the south of Spain. We provide energy efficiency services to our customers with a team composed by energy efficiency engineers, data scientists, developers, and also we are trying to also include in the team new developers, specialists from specific technologies such as blockchain. Now, we have a large experience as an engineering company doing the on-site energy audits and optimization of buildings. And we want to develop a platform to enhance monitorization and energy efficiency. Lately, we involved with new technologies and to enhance our offer of services and add value to our customers. And this is one of the ideas we are developing, the one that I'm going to present here. Let me introduce this new model we are developing using a blockchain. Today, Bettergy is actively promoting self-consumption facilities on the Andalusian coast, one of the best areas for solar radiation in Spain. We oversee the development, construction and monitorization of the installation, working together with other platforms and investors to finance the projects. How does a photovoltaic project works? Well, on the one side, a client wants to benefit from a reduced bill of clean energy with no upfront investment. And on the other side, there is a renewable energy investor, private investor, that builds the plant in the customer facilities for a monthly payment. The power to install and the price, along the other contract clauses, are established in a PPA agreement that will control the relationship during a period of years that the project lasts. In this practice, in our experience, we have identified some needs. Some needs that we want to cover, and we think that blockchain applies very well to address them. We propose a solution. In this solution, we have a developer. We have on one side develop producers and consumers that access our management platform. It's called Energy Sequence, integrated with blockchain. We implemented a smart contract in Solidity that deployed and tested in Alastria NetT to manage the whole life cycle of the PPA. A Web3 provider such as MetaMask helps on selecting users, accounts, and sign a transaction with no intermediaries. And we also develop a data broker component designed to collect and send data to the blockchain directly, thus maintaining the information close to the source. This solution is intended to be a reliable way to manage those prices and clauses from PPA contracts, and also to provide the decentralized way to manage and to manage the invoices and the overall project during the whole time. Here is, for example, this is a picture of this device that we are developing. It is a Raspberry Pi that includes a blockchain module that connects and interact directly with the blockchain and send the information to the blockchain. Meanwhile, the management platform, the user platform, can connect to this device and get data as well. We implement a specific on-chain, off-chain strategy. We consider the data minimization principle by registering on-chain only the PPA information required to verify the clauses and to do energy balances, to compute it, while the personal information is kept off-chain, also complying with actual privacy regulations. And as told before, we send to the blockchain data from this measuring device directly, only the aggregated data and hashes instead of the production data are sent, thus taking care of scalability and performance of the solution. With this model, we are trying to impact in different way the process we already developed before, and what are some of the clear impacts or challenges that we have identified from our previous hands-on experience that it addresses. First, it provides a consensus and peace of mind over the invoicing process by the own features and working the blockchain. With this technology, we also provide data ownership and transparency. For example, to prevent legal disputes. The data is not only safe now in our management platform, but is safe on the blockchain and can be queried, can be accessed anytime. And also we impact in providing contract performance traceability and providing more assets evaluation, because the PPA contract itself is a very valuable long-term asset for both for the investor and for the consumer. Additionally, we support we add support for equipment's warranty claims. This is by registering the clauses in the blockchain. We can provide it independent verification of those clauses, and for example, in case of a retrofit of some part of the plant, we can argue and we can check the agreement in that sense. And finally, we also want to provide an easy way to certify green energy, because the project, of course, is to close up the photovoltaic energy, to the green energy, to the final customer. So the blockchain provide a way to certify that amount of energy in the long term. That's the particular model I want to bring up to you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yesnier. Also very clear, no? You had a cool solution also with integrated with IoT, no? With also no connecting and sensors. So very clear. Thank you very much for the detailed presentation. And please keep with us, no? We will be also having some panel, no? After this 10 minutes that I will invite now Alessia, and we will talk to her. And after that, with all together with Anna, yourself, Yesnier, and Alessia, we will talk about and answer questions that we are having right now from the audience. So thank you very much for this clear presentation. And I will ask to join me Alessia Borge. And you are coming from Italy, right, Alessia?
Yep.
Alessia.
Alessia, yep, from Italy.
Thank you,
originally
Alessia.
from Italy, but lived very little in Italy, let's say. But
yeah, you have joined us in Spain from several years right now, no, living here. So, yeah. Alessia, tell us something about you. And I know you are not a lawyer, and I think you are not an IT with an IT background. So, please let us know more about you.
Okay, yeah, no, my background is not very techy, I must say. I'm actually a doctor in environment and development studies, so that is my background. And I started working with Prosume, with the idea of Prosume back in 2014. That's when the idea actually started and came up. And recently we finally managed to have our own company in Spain. I'm the CEO of the subsidiary of Prosume, which has its main offices in Italy. And now we finally, since last year, opened a subsidiary in Barcelona.
So very pleased about that, and nice to have also your background is very interesting, no? Development of this environment. Also because we are looking at this 2030, and this is clear. We need to have your right background on this topic. So I will let you now to introduce and to tell us a little bit more about Prosume, and it's 2014 you said, so it's already some years ago, and I'm very pleased that we will see this idea has come to true. So I like that, no, to have something that has been an idea and now it's really tangible. So thank you for joining us today, Alessia. I let you, the floor is yours.
Okay, I will share my screen. Yeah, so I hope you can all hear me, and I hope you can see my screen at the moment. Okay, so yeah, let me start and let me tell you about Prosume. Prosume is basically, let's say, to resume it, let's say it is a new marketplace for energy users and providers that gives way to a new autonomous, independent, and digitized smart place that allows users to exchange different energy sources. In this way, promotes and accelerates new energy community models. So let me just jump back a second and put the things in context a little bit. We can say that the world is contemplating an energy transition, and not only an energy production from fossil and centralized energy to green and decentralized energy, but what we're seeing is also a transition that is occurring in consumption patterns and in habits. This energy transition gives way, in a sense, to new business models and new business opportunities. If we look at the trends, these are EU data that I pulled out. So if we see these trends, we see that the figure of the prosumer, as we said before, he or she that produces and consumes energy at the same time, is growing in numbers and in produced capacity. This opens up a new market, the market of the distributed energy resources. If we want to follow these market trends, we have to adapt and create new services. Energy suppliers, traders, and all parties involved in the energy market have to start creating services that satisfy the needs of this new market. So, in this sense, is where Prosume actually started to function. So Prosume actually provides utilities, aggregators, and technology providers the blockchain software and support necessary to expand their offering of products and solutions to end users, allowing them, on one hand, to regulate data management and timeframes to ensure transparency in the service. On the other hand, to trace energy flows and be sure that all the information provided is 100% verifiable and secure. It also facilitates intercommunication between local and global markets. It allows the automation of data and service exchange processes. And at the same time, it supports the stability of the network and the balancing of demand and response of the entire network. So let's deep dive into the kind of services that this means. So basically, we guarantee a transparent and on-demand energy flows established and regulated through the use of smart contracts. The architecture of the platform also allows the prosumers to sell their excess energy generated to other prosumers, consumers, or to the market itself. This peer-to-peer exchange results in a more efficient scenario for all the members of the ecosystem, of course, allowing energy transactions between all stakeholders at the same time. The algorithms then go ahead and measure and program the energy production and consumption levels of the different actors in the network through a management tool, allowing the network operators to keep, at the same time, the network balanced. So in this sense, there's also an optimization of the trading processes. Of course, with the adoption of blockchain technology, all market stakeholders and energy traders can integrate processes in a shared common platform where they can manage their data, share this data with energy authorities and regulators, and execute the trade by importing it into their own systems. And of course, there's also the possibility of tracing of doing traceability of the energy sources. In other words, trace the energy supply chain from the production to the consumption. So this is a little bit what our value chain looks like. So we work with energy service operators, utilities, internet providers, anyone who can use an integrated platform for example, billing management, accounting, party agreements. But on the other side, the other important aspect is that municipalities and aggregators can also gain autonomy and benefits from this type of service. So this is what our vision of a digital single energy market looks like. This is what I was talking about, where we can have everyone on the same platform communicating between each other. This is, with a diagram, things always look better and we can always understand them better. So what business models perhaps can you pull out from this? Of course, like with smart contracts, energy data management and trading and grid services, there's loads of revenue models that you can pull out from there. You can work on service provisioning, you can work on revenue sharing, you can work on consulting and coaching. You can sell a product, a tailor-made product. These are the kind of business models. Of course, this solution is a modular solution as well. So it really depends on the type of client, let's call that, or the other person we're actually talking to. We actually adapt the solution to the needs. I will give you a few examples of a few pilots we've been doing and that have been evolving since we actually started, and we started working on in real life scenarios. The first project we actually live project we actually did was with Energie Steinmark. Energie Steinmark is an Austrian utility with which we've developed our first successful pilot in 2017 in order to demonstrate the possibility of exchanging peer-to-peer energy between the company's clients and users. So several assets have been placed on the blockchain. The parties involved could make their offers to buy and sell energy and negotiate the prices through an internal messaging services and close deals through smart contracts. And also we introduced the use of tokens within that system. We also did a pilot with the municipality, with the Barcelona City Hall. This pilot was organized between the Barcelona City Hall and the Barcelona Energia, which is the municipal company of Barcelona City Council. So the project has focused on the collection and recording in blockchain of data on energy consumption, production, and storage in City Hall buildings. With the City Council acting actually as an aggregator, they gave us 10 buildings, 10 community buildings available. So basically, the City Council was actually acting as an aggregator, functioning as a virtual storage that could exchange energy, of course, with fixed coefficients, because that's where the law allows us, between its own buildings. This is how we simulated the energy interchange and exchange between City Hall buildings that produce and consume energy at the same time. Let me just I'll quickly jump onto, because I know my time is running out. So I'll talk to you about Prosume, which is a partnership we did with an Italian aggregator, which is called Evolvere, which has recently been absorbed by the big company Eni. So basically, we developed a partnership with them. They manage more or less 40,000 photovoltaic plants. So basically, what we did with them is we integrated our technology inside their IoT device, which is called Eugenio. It's basically a smart home gateway manager. So it's the first time that we actually brought blockchain into the houses of the consumers. So basically, through an app, the user can manage their energy savings, payments, contracts, etc. It is actually I think the first time that an aggregator has integrated the use of blockchain into its development and innovation plan. So I think that's very interesting. Now there's more than I think we arrived at 2,000 devices being installed, and this project is basically a pioneer in the liberalization of the electricity market and in the development of smart grids. So this is where I really wanted to mention it. We've also worked with gas companies such as Snam. Snam is the Italian TSO. We've also prepared a platform for them. So this is not only for electricity, really. You can apply it to other spheres. We are also part of the LEGER program, the European LEGER program, which is established in the ECP protocol, and we're helping with the development of these protocols. And now we are focusing on the development of energy communities. So we're trying to get together a turnkey solution for the creation of energy community. That's more or less where we're the point we're at the moment. So yeah, this is our team, and this is a little bit of the evolution of the company. So yeah, thank you very much for listening to me, and this is the end of my presentation.
Thank you very much, Alessia, and a very amazing project, no? And a lot of have been done, no? Several years there. So we see already some maturity. So thank you for this presentation, also for let us know this new approach on energy communities, no? On how we can, as a community, address energy, and that's one of the main goals. So I'm going to ask now to join me, no? Also Anna, if you can come back to the stage, and also Yesnier, because we have around more or less a little bit more than 10 minutes, I would say, a little bit more. So we will, I will like, and I know, I'm sure it will appear around some questions that we may have from the audience, but for the time being, let me ask you, I had some questions for you three. I think we hear the same word, you know, something like one of the words is prosumer, no, producer and consumer, no. Another one has been share, no, the word of sharing, and from now on, and also measuring, no. I hear about measuring, and I love it because I hear a lot of different business options, no? That was Alessia was highlighting, no? There is different business models that can appear or will appear in the next years, or they have been appearing, no? So what is that is the question, no? What is your opinion? It's going to take us more time, no, in terms of society. What is and Anna, you will tell me. Is the regulation a barrier? What are the barriers that we will find in the market to just join this mindset, this different mindset about energy? What will be, I will start with you, Anna. Is a legal barrier? Do we have in Europe a legal barrier?
Yes, I think so. In my opinion, we have a strong regulation in Spain regarding energy, and the traditional system model of distribution of energy is highly regulated. So we need to be very innovative in order to comply the regulation, as to have a new business model that could be compatible. Yeah, this was one of the big issues in the ideation of our project. Once we resolve this issues, we could go with the technical part. So yes, we need this part to be resolved in terms of self-consumption. We have a law in Spain regarding this, but it hasn't been enough regulated we have a lot of details to interpret. So this is one, and the other one is the change of the culture. We need to get used to different ways to manage our energy in our houses and in our businesses. So yes, we have some huge barriers, but we're handling, and with the blockchain technology itself.
Thank you very much. I love what you say. No, we need to be highly innovative to be compliant. No, so to be compliant, so to follow this regulation. So in your case, Alessia, what had been? No, what are these barriers? Because you have long run here, no, since 2014. You have seen several evolutions, no, around the situation. Also, we have been mature. No, we are maturing on the technology on blockchain understanding. So do you hear or do you feel that the market, as Anna was saying, the change management, no? We are a little more clear on what that means? We are more conscious of the energy?
Well, I think that on one hand we have the regulation side, as was being mentioned before. So we must say that, especially in Spain, I can talk about the Spanish regulation. Since we introduced the Real Decreto, I think it's 2018, which was introduced October 2018, we see a big change in the regulation, and so we see that the regulation is starting to open up and to liberalize the market in a sense. But we still have a lot to go. We still have the conception of energy as being quite a bit of a monopoly. And I think that mentality is still reflected in the current regulation. But at the same time, I also see these monopoly holders or these big companies that are actually looking towards the future and are seeing that this kind of models is simply not sustainable anymore. People are realizing that energy itself is a common good, and they're starting to understand that energy cannot be part of an oligopoly. So the change of mentality of seeing energy as common good for everyone is also very important. People are also starting to claim their autonomy. And I also think that the advent of digitalization is spreading more, and people are being more conscious about the possibilities that new technologies can bring into this. But I also think that new technologies alone will not solve the problem at all. So we do need to make an effort putting everything together. All these little aspects have to be pulled together.
Completely agree. And this is a little reason of Alastria, no? We believe on that, no? We believe on the triple helix and on that, of joining pieces, no? Not just the technology by itself, but the technology with the regulation, with the business case, and with the social impact, no? And on that about, and this is the question that I'm going to do to Yesnier, no? About social impact, no? We talk, it's really no about creating new business models, but it's more about being more sustainable. So how we manage that, no? What you see, how we will change that? What is the opportunity there?
Well, you asked about certain limitations in terms of regulations and legacy. I think that perhaps there are other specific models developing that some companies are developing in this sector that has more problems in this sense. And this is perhaps because the energy sector is a very traditional sector. Regulations get to this point very late with comparison to the technology. And but here in the particular model that we have presented in the photovoltaic solution we have presented, there are specific things that could be affected. For example, we talk about origin certification. There is a very specific and regulated process for origin certification nowadays, and we for sure have to work on providing additional mechanisms to mix the certification we can produce with our solution and the official process that is already regulated. So there is a transition process missing there. And also in terms of regulation, perhaps another thing that affects the solution we have presented here is the digital identity management. Here in our solution, each person have to connect with their identity in the management platform, in the user platform, to save and interact with the application as finally the operations also interact with the blockchain and affect the blockchain database. And in this sense, it still remains for each person to manage their blockchain identity as we do today with the identity card. Yeah. And today blockchain is new to most clients we talk with. We have to explain and help them understand or install tools like MetaMask, what could be very useful in the future. And here many efforts are being made. Of course, Alastria, in the head of the ID Alessia model and the studies and works related with self-sovereign identity. But I think that we have to work more on this type of regulation once this is the usage of blockchain, the identification of users digitally is normalized. Then proposals like our ones, that the one we make here, will have more acceptance and more impact on energy efficiency goals.
Thank you very much to bring into account the digital identity for sure. No, it's something we are still, no, we are working on it, and it's we have the good news, no, that we have already been able, no, in Spain we had the first standard, no, that was appearing last December, no, end of December, the first norm, the first standard, and we will come more, no, we keep working on this normalization regulation will come later, but first we need a standard and we need to be able to follow, no, to an implementation in terms of technology, and all of us, no, to follow this standardization of attributes and understanding of digital identity. And for sure that will help on the business to business and to consumer, no, models. So thank you to bring it on the table, and talking about that, no, about digital identity, but moreover about change management. I will ask something that I think all of you will answer me. I think Alessia, you show us, no, there is the City Council of Barcelona, no, quite interested on the solution of Prosume, no, but you will have probably more partners, no. In Alastria, we think that this is about network. This is about having a chain of value between suppliers and clients and providers all together, no, in the same network, in the same stage. So who are interested to work with your companies, no? Who is approaching you? I don't know if I start by you, Alessia, this time, and also Anna, Yesnier, no? What are your partners of dance, no? With whom you are making this change together?
Well, initially, we have been working a lot with municipalities, and I do believe this kind of transition should be pushed and impulsed by public administrations rather than by private entities, because I do think that if public administrations follow the idea and the ideals of energy transition policies imposed by the EU, well, they should be at the same time prompting and impulse and giving an impulse to this kind of solutions, because they are the only sustainable management ways for the future. So I really think municipalities should be the number one players in all of this. But we've been working a lot with utilities that have been contacting us because they're actually realizing that their business is going to find itself out anachronistic, let's say, out of timing. That was a little bit of my discourse at the beginning. The kind of energy is starting to be seen as a service and not as a product. And utilities are actually understanding this as well. So they have to find a way of finding new ways of making business with energy, and they do realize they will not be able to hold the monopoly of energy, because they do realize that the entire global politics is actually pushing citizens to produce their own energy, because it is the way to make it sustainable. So I do think that utility and service providers are the kind of ideal customers, let's say, or people that should be interested in this kind of solutions, and they're the ones with which we've been working up to now.
Thank you very much, Alessia. In fact, this is clear, no, that has to be a good market. No, we say in Alastria we compete, no, we collaborate to better compete. So competition is something that makes the economy move, but for sure in a fair wellness, no, and also in a natural way of not wasting natural resources. So what about you, Anna? What are your partners of dance, no? With whom you are collaborating and working?
So yeah, my answer will be very similar to the Alessia's answer. So we are very focused on community. So our best partner will be municipalities, where they can see a lot of benefits, not only in terms of energy distribution, but they can take advantage of the development of an decentralized organization to, for example, to make decisions about where the benefits or the profits of the use of the blockchain solution could go to municipalities and to public services, and this kind of new way to approach the citizen needs. So this, same as Alexa says, is one of the big partners for us. The other ones are the traditional players in the energy sector, because they are seeking innovation. They need to know what is happening in the future and to adapt to the new market demands. So they are very interested in this kind of ideas, and I know that they have some pilots. So it's amazing to be close to them, because they have a huge expertise in this field. And the third one that I will add is those who are expert in IoT or 5G, because 5G, for example, will be a very revolutionary way to make this whole world of devices to be connected to blockchain. So I think it's one of the good partner that we could have is someone who has a strong knowledge about EIT, or they want to develop 5G.
Excellent. I like your answer on two things. No, first, that you are in the same answer like Alessia, so that make us a call to action to these municipalities. No, you are needed and you are there. So the second one is about this big disruption. No, about technology. We are innovated by technology push. We have new tools. New tools like Internet of Things. Of course, we had these sensors, but now with 5G, is making it different. You see, we have new ways of transmission and understanding this energy wall. So I will ask you, and just it's fantastic because it's a good no, it's a good translation to the question to the engineer on the table. No, also is Yesnier. So how you see this? So it's so exponential. No, we are running very, very fast on having new technologies in the IT world, but this change management we were commenting before, how we the ones that needs to consume, to use these technologies, how we can be more embedded on them. No, it will be at the end we will be all together learning and using IT without being an IT engineer. What's that about?
Well, it's a very difficult question because this could be analyzed in very different forms. At the end, it's kind of a learning approach, or it's more a learning approach, not a teaching, because we have to provide the tools, we have to provide the surfaces, the platforms for the final users to use, and they will have to get access to that knowledge, have to be very, very close to the technology, and in general, as I say, it's a difficult task to teach, to bring those knowledge to the final user that does not any idea of technology, because the most part of the city that use clean energy, that use photovoltaic, for example, or required to save energy, is not necessarily related with technology. And then it's something like again, with regard to the identity, is like set an identity card that like talk about blockchain in a normal way, like start using some smart technologies that require the blockchain identity or interaction to work with, and then I think that in this way people will start to get interested in the technology and will be more motivated to use it.
Thank you very much. I'm just looking at the time. We are coming to a closure. But first of all, I will ask you for a final word. But I will tell you, this is something very amazing that we are together in a transition. We know that the world will be different, and you have been today in this hour talking to us, telling us you are already there, So I agree with you. We will have a new way of looking at IT, and that will be natural for us to talk about blockchain probably with your kids and your elders. But also it will be very interesting because we will talk from, as Anna was saying, I will take myself this word, and we need to be very innovative, to be compliant. So we will be seeing this legal, and we will talk about regulation as we did today. And also, as Alessia, you were saying, it's very important to have a sustainable way to keep safe the planet, to keep safe all of us in these next 9 years. 9 years, it's very fast. In 9 years, we are in the 2013. So I thought 2030, sorry, and this is coming fast. So final word for all of you. What about this hour we spent together? What will be your word and your recommendation to the audience? I will start by you, Anna.
I will say be energy independent.
Love that. Be energy independent. Love it. So, Yesnier.
Well, final is the word is to adopt the technology, to try to make the different sectors, municipalities, investors, people try to test the technology, because it will provide this kind of good things, trustfulness, trustability, and things that will enhance the way we live, the way we work and use energy in general.
So be IT friendly, no? Be
Yeah.
IT, adopt IT, no? And for you, Alessia?
Well, Anna just made me come to mind the very concept of energy sovereignty, yeah, which we didn't mention up to now. So I think my concluding remark will go in that direction. So if I think of sovereignty, just the concept of sovereignty. So if sovereignty refers to power, then what is energy sovereignty? It's where power relies. Where in energy affairs, basically, no, it's where is power in energy affairs. So I do see energy sovereignty as being the path towards social empowerment that will transform the structures of oligopoly and create new realities from below and by those at the bottom for those at the bottom. And I think that will happen in energy too. So
lovely. Thank you very much, the three of you. I really enjoyed this hour with you. I learned a lot, and thank you for sharing your knowledge and to be very close and very easy to talk to. So I will be pleased to join together in more discussion. Thank you again, and thank you to Andrea. I don't know if you are here around just to join us. And thank you very much once more to Open Expo. It's always a pleasure to share with you this opportunity of just illustrate ourselves all together. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for all of us for being here with us for this interesting roundtable. And thank you for the audience to be here with us and to stay in the next webinars. And as you say, feel free to like and share the video.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
let's share the video. Have a nice evening.
thank you for inviting us.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you to
invitation.
everyone.
Thank you for everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Mhm.
Thank you.